Hi, I'm Andy Babiak, and I have the pleasure of having JJLightning and Joe with us today, and they just wanted to come and watch Ivan Benic do his magic on a vehicle that I've owned for about 6 or 7 years. It's hot in here today, so I'm sweaty, but I'm going to think it's probably 2006 or 7. I have a company that is a software company, and I'm always going to the SEMA show in Las Vegas. And I was at the SEMA show and I saw this really neat truck. And I thought, I'm going to go down and see this truck and before the show is over. So I got over there one day and the fellow that owned the truck was there. And he was hauling, the truck was hauling a Toyo Tire trailer. So it was more of an advertisement. This fellow, he wanted to build these custom trucks. He wanted to build more than one, but he only did build one. Anyways, we exchanged phone numbers and emails and stuff like that, and we kept touch for many years. And it's ironically, his best friend was my first customer, one of my first customers in the States in Stockton, California. So anyways, I saw this truck and I thought, wow, it's magnificent. It had like 3 levels and so on and so forth. So he says, come on in. I says, oh, no, I don't want to interrupt. I mean, you're selling your truck, so I'm not buying, so I don't want to waste your time. So we went in, sat and talked and everything like that. As I said, we exchanged emails and phone numbers, and we went away. 10 or 15 years later, I now have one of my companies is a barbecue company, and I said, I need tractor trailers. So I called him up and I says, I'd like to maybe get you to build one of me a tractor trailer like the one. That other one was sold in Victoria, BC. He says, that guy's probably going to sell it because the law has changed and he needs more trailer than truck because he races cars and stuff, and he told me it was over $600,000 or $700,000 for that truck. And I said, well, build me one this big, like really small. I don't want to spend that. So anyways, I looked at the truck. I just didn't look at the truck. I just called the guy, made him an offer, and they shipped it down here. So anyways, I had it for about a year, and I wanted to do my own work to it. So we gutted it and redid the interior. And then the outside, I wanted it to look matching my own business colors and style. So we wrapped it for a couple of years. My wife graciously wrapped the whole truck. It's a 32-foot Argosy, Freightliner Argosy with a 25-foot bunk. So anyways, Ivan and I have been friends for 45 years, and he and I have exchanged work back and forth over the years. I tinted his world's longest limousine at one time, and anyways, I called him and I says, I'm coming down your way. Would you like me to pop in? So I went and stopped at his place, parked it in the driveway, stayed there for a day, went camping for 2 days, came back, and he drew me this picture of his version. If you know Ivan, everything has 6 wheels, right? Or 8 wheels, I'm sorry. So he drew me this picture when I got back to his house, and I thought, I like that. So I let the wrap do its thing for a couple years on the truck, and then it needed to be revamped, and here we are today. I think Ivan's probably put a few 500 or so hours just getting it prepped and prepared for paint. And I says, you know what, I don't know what I really want on as his paint, as what kind of paint I want. I don't know. I says, I just like something nice. I let him choose what he wants to feel comfortable about doing, and I believe that he would do a perfect job if he likes to do what he's doing. And so anyways, come on, this is my shop. Come on in and see what Ivan's up to. It's a dirty shop today, but here's the truck. Well, we like to try and keep it clean, but anyways, I'll get out of the way here. He's working on this side right now. I like blues, silvers. I like things that are clear. I like things that are precise, and I'm liking it. Ivan's very good with water and mountains.
Where is that Ivan anyway? Where is he?
Here's Ivan.
Where's that Ivan? Where is he?
Come here, buddy.
Pretend like you like each other. There you go.
We do.
Yeah, we're friends.
Did he tell you? Did he tell you our real story?
I don't know if it was. I guess it was.
No, that wasn't the
that wasn't the real.
the first.
Story.
You can tell them.
Well, the first one was.
I got tired of telling it.
Yeah. Okay. The first deal was, he was one of the first guys that sat down and talked to me for hours, I think, about the cruiser, because it was the very first show, launch show, for the cruiser, very first truck in. Okay, so this is Vanner story time, okay, and it's real life stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, I decided years ago to build the world's longest limo. And I put it in bare metal in the paper, right?
It was a press release.
Huh?
It was a press release.
Press release, yes, but the fact of the
Went
matter
Canada.
is that it was Canada-wide and it was in bare metal.
Yeah.
And anyway, 3 months later, I'm scrounging around trying to get money together and get a sponsor maybe for window tint. Andy's on the phone. He calls me out of the blue the week that I was hunting for window tint, and I got turned down by a couple people. Andy comes into the picture and he says, well, you know, I'm starting a company, window tinting, and I was just wondering if I could do your car. I says, well, okay, but depends how much the materials cost, because I'm freaking broke.
Well, so was I.
Yeah. So he probably borrowed the money to buy the materials.
No.
Drove to Windsor, 350 miles, with a helper.
Yeah.
Tinted my car into the AM.
Yeah, it was like 12 till 7 in the morning. So here's something probably, I don't know if you know that or not. I didn't know how to tint back then. I was just trying to figure out how to do it as I was driving down to your place. It's just a true story, right?
Well, there you go. That's the part that I didn't know. I know that the helper knew how to tint.
No, she didn't. I was
She
training.
didn't either?
I was training her.
You were training her on the job. You learned on my car.
How did it turn out?
It turned out fantastic.
Okay, how long did it last?
It lasted forever.
Okay, we're near train
Lasted
tracks.
forever. So then, a few weeks later, I get on the phone and say, listen, I need to pay you back for this, right? I booked out the car for such and such a week. Can you get a show at the mall?
Yeah.
I'll bring you the car, I'll leave it with you for a week, and you can promote your business.
Yeah. So I brought it to the mall, a local mall, right in the food court where Santa Claus is, and I was very, very green at tinting. But I had business cards and I had a plan, right? And so anyways, I booked in the what is it, the mall? I was tinting then a little bit, and I saved up enough money to hire one model. Now I thought a model was $50 an hour. So I saved up like $2,000, 40 hours in the mall, one model, giving out brochures and flyers and stuff like that. So anyways, we were in the mall, brought the car in, and they says, well, you're allowed to, sorry about that, you're allowed to pick your models. And I go, well, how much are they? Back, this is like 87, 88?
88.
88, it was $5 an hour, right? And I thought I saved up $50 an hour per model, so I said, good, give me 10. Right? So they says, you're allowed to pick out what models you want. So they says, well, meet at Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning and meet at the mall. I have my briefcase, and there was 20 beautiful ladies waiting for me at my table. And I thought, yeah, I know. Here's my card. And I thought, man, now there's a guy, there's a couple of kids and everything. There's a lineup. They thought I was important because of his limo, right? So I just, anyways, it was good. It helped boost my company in the beginning. I went back to pay the mall, and they said, no, you increased the attendance by 90%. So you didn't have to pay for that. And it was just a win-win.
Win-win situation.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wow, how about that?
So that's our history.
Yeah.
That's how we kept on going. And myself, when I had to go to Australia, he's the one that kept on calling my mom to make sure she was okay.
Oh, that's
and give her an hour every week.
More than
I
that,
don't know.
but we
Yeah,
we
more
cried
than
we
that, yeah.
cried for an hour a week, right? Where's my Evo?
Yeah.
Very cool, great story.
So here he is, and he's
So now you got this thing.
so he's done a couple of things for us. I mean, the
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
one around, take around, and look at the other side.
Wow.
That's a long train.
So now you can hook a regular.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
It's I have a 53-foot trailer that it's over there, and it takes one of our barbecues. Our barbecue is a snowbird jet, and we made it into a snowbird jet. We made a snowbird jet into a pilot or a barbecue.
Barbecue. Yeah.
So when I tow that, it's pretty darn long. It's 80 feet.
So who came up with the concept of the drawing? Was this all Ivan?
This is Ivan, not me.
Ivan.
No. Yesterday I told him I didn't like it.
Another Ivan creation.
Ivan. Oh.
Wow. Yeah, he always does a great job. He's
Ivan, yesterday yesterday this is all different from yesterday. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
What's that?
Why is this different from yesterday?
Oh, why is it different
Yeah,
yesterday?
because I told him I didn't like it.
It was probably to his mind it was looking too much like a painting in a house.
In a grandma's living room.
Grandma's living room. Yeah, so he wanted some color.
Well,
And so I woke up at 4:30 in the morning thinking about how I was going to give him color. And I said, well, that's easy. I do it all the time. I always paint pretty much a daytime scene. Then I go into the sunset because the daytime colors are there first, and then the sun comes in and gives you color. So if we can set it up to do it that way, I prefer it than going for broke with the bright
Well,
color.
is he a little happier with this now?
absolutely.
That's
I haven't told him yet, but yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks
Well,
like a
that's-
different
that's-
painting.
I
That's
like
good
it.
to hear.
Yeah.
It's only been 3 hours that I've been whacking it out with the sky. I got started with that, but I designed it in my head last night, in the middle of the night, like 4 o'clock in the morning till 6:45, and I fell asleep for 15 minutes. And here we are.
Here we are.
That's it. So I'm gonna go
Yeah,
up.
and we've got the other side done as well. Now, is the other side finished, or you,
Pretty well. The only
Yeah.
thing I have left on the other side is I've got to do the sheen, the highlight of the water. Like, as the waves break,
yeah,
then the next layer is calm, ripply,
yeah,
but it also carries the shine of whatever is behind it.
Oh.
Whatever sun is
Right,
there,
yeah,
it
yeah.
gives you a shine. But you spend a lot of time on the water, so
yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
So that's the only that's what I have to do. I laid it, in other words, the drawing is there. The waves are breaking, but now I have to do that flat land in between each layer of thing. Like a couple hours, and I'm done.
Very nice. So we're going to take a look at that, too.
Yeah, if you want, I
Yeah.
can bring the airbrush around and I can do a couple of licks.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
not? Let's go over and take a look at the other side.
Everything is in pieces. The grill is right here. And the rod, this is,
Oh, it's still two, I understand.
and fiberglass, yeah. The motor is not in the front like a normal cab over.
Oh.
It's in the back underneath the kitchen floor.
Oh, okay.
And the drive shaft is 19 inches long.
Wow.
And believe it or not, this thing, people think I'm a liar, but I'm not. It gets 15 miles to the gallon.
Wow. I wish my van got that much.
Yeah. But it takes maybe an hour to get it up to 80 miles an hour, right?
Very nice, yeah.
And this here is the back bumper. It resembles a Corvette on the.
Oh, yeah. I can see it, yeah. Yeah, very cool.
This one is more like the picture I showed you with the.
Right, yeah.
All right, so at this point, right here, we've got the water in, but now I have to show the shine of the sun that's affecting the water. So the waves are already sketched out, and then the next step is literally lighting these waves. So the airbrush is going to give me a hard time, I just know it, because it's been sitting for a while, and all it takes is just one little bit. Okay, so now this is the sun beating on the water and traveling, you know. Okay, this one here, which we're going to do. Come on. So this is actually an opaque color. So it's not transparent at all. And what I want is the final highlight to be there all the time. That's why I would use an opaque color instead of you know, a transparent color, say, right? Or like all these colors are opaque colors, but then the blend comes in and that's actually a transparent candy color. You know, so that's how I make my water travel. Can't have water if you don't have movement, and there's no rules, except I've developed a style over the years, and as soon as this guy starts working good, I can go faster. And I'm gonna go, hey, how do you like me now? I did this for 4 days. Okay, so now here, this is the water that's breaking. So again, I can go back in and give it a little highlight of the sun, and there's no rules. I make all the rules. So if I hit this up in a bright yellow and I want to calm it down, oh, guess what? A little bit of candy blue, it's a green. You know what I mean? So now we're going to go up in here. This is a little further in, and I'm going to do the same thing and just wave it up. See, that's why I'm waving my airbrush, because it's waves, it's moving. You can't get movement if you sit there and go, wait a minute, did I put it in the right spot? I seen a guy that was a photorealist one time in a magazine, shared the same magazine, Airbrush Step by Step, I believe it was, probably about 30 years ago. But anyway, the poor guy's a photorealist, so guess what he does? I couldn't believe my eyes. He literally takes a photograph, squares it up, inch by inch, squares up his artwork inch by inch, and paints every little wave exactly where it is in the photograph. Wow. When it gets to the end, he stops, because he's got to square it up again and do it again. And to make sure that it doesn't get confused, which was a smart thing, he'll literally square up the one square, cover up the rest of the painting, and just repeat and rinse over here. Wow. Anyway, no, I don't paint like that. I just thought that was funnier than hell. I thought about it just the other day when I was doing this, because, like I said, I wave my airbrush around, right? And I'll come in here and I'll wave it around some more. See? Yeah, see? So now it's going to go up. Oh, shit. I got too close. It goes up and into here, right? So the airbrush has got to go up and into that spot, right? So you spend a lot of time on water, so you know what I'm trying to get going here. Right?
Yeah, looks great.
Yeah, so that's
how it's done.
That's how it's done. See, and airbrush is giving me a hard time. It wants to be cleaned up, but I don't feel like spending an hour cleaning it, so I'm painting. Struggling.
So how much time do you think you have left in this whole project? I mean,
I got 3 or 4 hours, so sometimes this afternoon I'm going to be mid-coat clear.
Oh.
And then 9 or 10 o'clock, I'll be spilling some clear on it.
Oh, very good.
I hope. That could change in a hurry. I was going to go up in the mountain and light that up. effectively lighting it up. And if I thinned it out a little bit more, I would get even more of a honest to goodness blend. Even though it wasn't even the right color, it's the right color, you see?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mixed this is an opaque white with candy gold mixed together. So in other words, I don't want it to move. I don't want it to go flip-flop at all. I want it to be there all the time, shiny. You know what I mean?
Now
Yeah.
that
That's done in pearls, but
Okay.
then there's a layer, the dots, the little dots, that's all sprinkle paint.
Okay,
I tape it all off and I throw paint at it.
okay. And then where you just airbrush, then
Yeah,
that'll
there you
sort
can
of-
see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now, in here, I can see it now that I step back. This guy here doesn't need much, just needs a little bit to tell you that that's what the guy wanted. You see? So the sky is lighting it up effectively now, you see? So here I can do the same thing. Because he wanted to keep the graphic that I designed. So I kept it, but I painted through it. So now the other thing I'm going to do, you see how the white is there, but now it looks better because so what I'm going to do is take this where the stripe was. This will probably get treated like the other side where it's just a glow of a stripe. So it's just straight pearl, just a real light coat, and that'll make it that much more transparent. Whatever. There's no, like I said, there's no rules, only my rules. Even when it's not working properly, it's still doing good.
Yeah.
Because it stops certain times, and I said, oh, okay, well, that's okay. I'll go back over it and hit it again.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all stuff I see and I plan to do. I just didn't get around to do it. Because there's so much red up here, I want to see some of that tangerine on there.
Change a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that colors. All those colors, they're all made, you know, they're from basic toners, and then I shade them the way I want to shade them. Like the,
Right? Well,
there's nothing from the can there. The gold is actually a gold that I have, like a toner, and then I add red to it, candy red to it, to make that reddish tangerine-ish looking color. So it's nothing out of the can.